McLean's, the tallest tower blocks in Europe. Or they went to Hutch E, the pet name for the 750 flats of the Hutchison Town estate in the rebuilt Gorbals. 12 years ago, this was a revolutionary new approach to house building, tested in Algeria, but not unfortunately in the west of Scotland. A decade of damp and decay has driven out most of the tenants. Only a handful, like Bill Sharkey and Willie McLean, still live here.
So when were these opened, these flats?
1972.
1972, Willie.
Was the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh.
So big
The Queen and the Duke?
Yes, the Queen and the Duke.
Big showpiece. Everybody here, big
This
crowds.
one?
That's the one there. That's the one the Queen opened. Royalty came here and opened them. All the pomp and ceremony, big crowds, and here we are.
We got a letter saying that the Queen remembers very well the day she came and opened Hutch E, and she felt very disturbed and distressed. The conditions of people were living under. We got a better letter and more understanding from the Queen than what we did from the district council.
Is it still possible to go inside?
Certainly, aye, corridor's still open. Most of them are blocked off, but this one's opened. Mr. McNulty still stays here, of course. That's why it's open.
They seem to put doors across the ends of some of them.
Keep the vandals out.
Yeah.
Waste of time. Complete waste of time.
So when did you first notice that there were damp problems in these buildings?
They were from the start.
The first year, you know, but they came in and told us that, don't worry about it, it's just a new building, take time to settle in and dry out, you know, and it'll soon right itself.
He says one of the Under-Secretary of State, Mr. Brown, says one of the major factors of the dampness was the old people having so many hot baths.
Aye.
That must have gone down really well.
Oh, aye.
Certainly did.
It wasn't their fault, it was our fault. Breathed too much. That's a fact now that you give off condensation when you breathe.
So after these first couple of years were over and the dampness still hadn't gone away, did you start to spot other things going wrong with the buildings? I mean, did people see the signs of the dampness?
Oh, aye, it starts to spread right through wallpaper. Comes right through wallpaper. Spreads further and further into the room. Carpets, dampness, beasties, your clothing is
That's
damp
those
smell.
little white maggots?
Aye, that's things like that.
So people were having to throw their furniture out,
Dark blue suits and like it was on whitish way, you know, in the wardrobes.
White fungus.
You're moving all your furniture away from the walls and keeping it away on this side, everything stacked over on that side. But it took them years. Oh, it's condensation, all sorts of stuff. Leave your windows open, keep your heaters on and put your windows open. That was a good one. I like that.
So this is the sort of stuff that were...
That's reasonably mild, you know, but that's the way it goes.
Reasonably mild.
And after a nice warm summer like this, just a panic goes away, you know, the paper stays loose, you know, just ready for pure mud. See the paper below that? That's 2 coats of paper. That's original paper. That's where it goes, it just falls down, peels off.
But with this much dampness, the smell must have been terrible.
Overpowering.
Why? If you went out yourself, if you come out of one of these houses and went into a company or anything like that, you would smell your own clothes. You would know it was you, because it's unmistakable. Or if you went away for a holiday and come back to your own house, you'd take like...
The strange thing was, when they always sent officials from the housing department, they always had a cold in their nose and couldn't smell.
They couldn't smell anything, right? Not too bad.
Heavy cold, no smell in the nose. When we moved here, we thought really, when they built these houses, this was going to be the new Gorbals, away from the old tenements.
Architects, I don't understand at all how people can sit and get paid all that money to design things like that. And only a matter of 10 years later, everybody agrees that it's all wrong. I hope this is pulled down in decent houses. Just go back to decent houses. Maybe can't they do like the building the aeroplane or something like that? Build one and see if it works. Not just get the lot and say, right, we want to build 12 blocks and that's it, and 10 years later, here we are. I mean, we should know how to build a house by this time. And most people, when they move into a house, they think that's it, you know. No more flittings and removals and upsets. There's 10 wasted years just waiting to move again. Knowing that you'd have to move, but you never knew when. Next month, maybe next year. You feel you'd be sort of sad leaving the place, too, you know? Be here for a while. It was quite nice at first, you know? The people that make the thing, you know? The buildings were bad, the people were great.
After 10 years of campaigning against the council, Bill Sharkey too is moving out to a house where he can take hot baths and breathe in cold weather without making the building rot. Not everyone is so lucky. There are no plans to move the 400 families that still live in the grey and miserable development next door, the towers of Queen Elizabeth Square. They were designed by Sir Basil Spence, a concrete superlative, the showpiece of Glasgow's comprehensive redevelopment. They're so well designed, so well appointed, they even have their own ground floor wind tunnel. Perhaps that's why Queen Elizabeth Square won an architectural award. More likely, as the head of Glasgow's housing department says, it merely shows the divide that's widened between architects, planners and the people. David Donison believes it's a symptom of a wider gap.
In these old industrial cities, struck by depression, the difference in living standards, the difference in opportunities between rich and poor is greater than in the more prosperous cities of the south, and then they have been more sharply divided between East End and West End, between the city and the suburbs. The people who administer this city, the people who run this city, few of them come to the East End, ever. Many of them don't live in the city at all. They live out in the suburbs a long way away. It's not surprising if we have had some pretty inept policies that have paid scant attention to the needs and the feelings of the folk who live here. There are only 1/3 of the people here that were here 25 years ago. It's like the Blitz. I mean, you've moved out 2/3 of the people. And the people who've moved out are the families. It's the parents, it's the working age groups. These are the people we've lost. We've got masses of youngsters between 15 and 20. We've got masses of old people. And if you focus all that in one neighborhood, in a few streets, you're asking for trouble. You've created a kind of Siberia.
Never thought this would come. Everything's all changed. They took away all the slums.